Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another episode of Hearthstone. Now, if you watched the last episode, you may notice something's different here. I have 3 victories between the first 2 quests, instead of the 1 that I should have. What had occurred to me is that episodes might be more interesting if they had a chance of actually finishing with a success. So instead of me potentially playing offline at the end and then you never seeing me accomplish the quests, I should play offline in the middle of episodes and then come back and show the victory. And so that's what I had a little bit of time, and that's what I did. So now all we need to do this episode is get 2 warrior victories out of 5 games. And there's a chance of that. We can help. There is a chance of that. So certainly a lot better chance than having to do 4 victories out of 5 games. If I had even more time, I would have continued playing offline and had 4 victories. So we only have to get 1 victory.
Victory or death!
But
I will crush you!
This will probably work. Let's see. So, going with this thought, what I'll probably do is play offline the other quest so that there's only 1 or 2 victories required for the next episode, because we will go into some overtime, I feel today. Feels like we're going to end up doing an episode. But I only want to do 1, maybe 2. I don't want to end up doing 2 and then not accomplishing the goals. And I certainly don't want to end up doing 3. We don't need to get into long runs of trying to get these big quests done. I'm still having problems trying to figure out what to do, how to best and most efficiently use my time when I am, let's see, when I'm not recording. Still trying to figure out,
Job done.
should I be playing Minecraft when I'm not recording? Should I be playing Hearthstone offline? Maybe I should be playing Hearthstone offline if I have quests, but if I don't have quests, then that doesn't make much sense.
Back to work.
Yeah, that's not gonna work very well for him either.
Join or die, or both.
What? Alright, well, let's throw this guy out there. This guy.
For the war chief!
So do I want to give this guy a +2/+2? Oh, +3/+3. No, I want to bring out
The gates are open.
Actually, I could have brought out this guy and done that, but whatever. Hopefully we don't lose our Berserker this next turn. So, if we played the different cards, would it have changed it? Not really. Still would have been able to take out the Berserker. Let's see.
Tadingo!
Guy out there. Let's put this guy out there.
Job done.
Just get ready. If I can get a couple, like even 3 damage to the face, I'll have 10 here. As long as I have a clear path.
I wonder. Trogzor! Trogzor!
Intensification commencing.
2 spell cards here. Not good. That's 2 spell cards. And they're gonna just make this guy stronger. Interesting, he didn't consider that a spell card. Sometimes they consider... Maybe they consider the other things spell cards.
Man!
Well,
Job's done.
so I need to find another 5 damage to do. I can do 5 with the weapon.
Battle detected.
Bring this guy out. We bring this
Wanna
guy
blow
out.
something up?
Hopefully he damages it. Hell, damages 3 times. So we can this guy. And now 5 to the face. You should have a hard time surviving this next turn. If you can take out my 8/9 Berserker somehow. If I can just get a weapon or something with a rush or a charge.
You got it.
Down to 3. Anything that does 3 damage this next turn. All I need is something to do 3 damage. How much damage can he do? Let's see, 8, 9, 10. Looks like I will still be able to get this done. Unless he can get another 9 damage to me. Now, these guys, when they're destroyed, they do 1 to 4 damage, so they, at maximum, could do 8 more damage. This guy could be enraged for
What
another.
now?
That would get to 9. But I don't think he has enough cards. I don't think he has a strategy. Of course, putting a taunt creature up. The only thing I can attack. So I couldn't do anything else. Oh no.
Job's done.
This is just unfair. This feels so unfair. It probably was completely fair, but it feels so unfair. Oh, this is why I don't like competing against real people. This is why I don't like having my deck stacked in my face. Wow. I wish that I was doing some kind of cheatery thing offline, that as soon as I stopped recording I just pushed a button and I got another victory. It would save me so much time, but it's not the truth. The truth is I play 5, 10, 15 games to get one victory. And I play a little bit more focused because I'm not talking. But it's not a lot about talking. It's just about how many videos, how many games should I play on and record to get to that one important victory. Hearthstone in particular is a good candidate for being edited down. If I just edited down my my play to the victories, sped everything else, skipped sections maybe. I don't know how far you want me to really take it. And it would take a lot of time. It's just a lot of extra time to edit. I could record, stop recording between each, between every single game, and then just not bother to show the game in between it, but that's so dishonest. It makes me look like, it would make me look like a really good player, and then people would start questioning why I'm still at rank 20. There's no way I could explain that away. Just to say, well, I did it because I'm editing myself. Here we go. All done. So let's
Back to work.
So now I've tempted him. He can take out one of my guys, but he'll leave my stronger guy alone. Now I can take out my strongest guy, which sucks. Alright, so we have 5.
My shield for
Nope,
Argus!
didn't mean to do that. That sucks.
No
terrible.
problem.
That calls for a oops.
Job's done. That was an error.
Interesting choice there. I would have gone for the taunt myself.
No problem.
Free up some potential attack in case you have any charge creatures. I'm not sure if this person has any charge creatures in this deck, though. May not. I use the sheep. Almost predictably. We'll use this.
Handle it!
And we'll use this.
Tadingo! No problem.
Attack.
Job done.
And don't get cocky. Just because you have them down to 12 and they haven't been able to summon any creatures doesn't mean that you're going to immediately win. Or automatically win. What game is this? This is game 2, yes. 3 mana secret, could be mirror image, could be anything. So we'll go ahead and see if it's mirror image by bringing out this guy. Which is a pretty worthless thing to have.
Hit it very hard.
Only need 4 more damage. I'm feeling kind of confident. Just getting a little confident. Tiniest amount of confidence, which I'm sure will be crushed. So, 1 Power Blast is gonna kill almost all.
Save me!
But that's fine, because I have cards here and here.
Get behind me.
You know, take candle.
Let's see. Can we do all these? Yes, we can.
Tadingo! Yeah.
Alright. Take this guy out.
Man.
Flame strike.
Job done.
Come on, all I need is 4 damage. Don't tell me I'm gonna lose again. With so close. So close.
The gates are open.
I guess we just end our turn here. I don't know what to do. I need something so I can actually do damage. Just use your hero spell against your face 4 times. Just concede the game. You're gonna lose. Of course you're gonna lose. And like I was saying before, it feels like I'm just rushing in here to summon things and then I never have any cards. But the bigger problem is I just am not getting value for the cards I do have. They're getting summoned, they're becoming immediately eliminated, and not doing enough damage. Let's try this.
Yeah!
If I could just get something with 4 damage and a charge, next turn we'd win.
They'll never know what hit 'em.
Or if I could do something that has 3 damage and a charge.
Someday I'll be just like you.
Because I could attack with this taunt guy, and then attack with the 5 damage here. I tell you, these losses, they drain me. Here we go. Don't screw up. Or if you screw up, hit the face. That's all this weapon has to do. It worked. We got lucky. Got real lucky, but we pulled it off. So all we need in the next 3 games is to get a victory, and I'll tell you what, if we get a victory in the next game, we won't bother to play any more games. I don't want to start another run with the other guys, and we're gonna have an extra episode anyways, so we'll just shorten this
Life
one
shall bring victory
and save everybody the
Victory
time.
or death!
Let me know down in the comments if you agree with that decision or not. If you appreciate me saving everybody time, or you'd rather we always very consistently do 5 games to keep
Job's
the
done.
length the same. On length with these Series 2 shows,
Is someone
these
injured?
games, the other games are pretty short, and I think it was more of just a situation of I chose poorly 2 games, like in The Binding of Isaac and FTL and Hearthstone. All 3 games that take a pretty long time to play in any increment of, whereas Plague Inc. and Bastion do not really take that much. They go about 30 minutes an episode or less, between 15 and 30 minutes on average, which makes a quicker episode. There's no talk in those episodes. I just don't have enough talk. There's barely even being enough talk in Hearthstone. Sorry, just don't have a ton of things to talk about.
Well played.
Hopefully we can change that. Hopefully, as more people subscribe and become consistent viewers of my series, they will help grow conversation.
Handle it!
I heard an interesting thing, and I don't know how people
Well played.
but it's an interesting way of thinking about it. You're into, like, what's your sign as far as the zodiac and all of that. If you think about it, are you not just judging a person based on how they were born. And if you're judging a person based on how they were born in the sense of what time of the year they were born, or is anything else, isn't that what a lot of people do when they are being
It's time for
judgmental and really nasty? In the sense of how are you born as your gender, how are you born as your what kind of neighborhood you were born in, as far as were you born in a poor family or a rich family, how were you born as in what race were you born as? Isn't that kind of all those isms when you start thinking about it and asking people or believing things about their zodiac signs, which is all total BS anyways, and everybody kind of knows it, but then some people certainly think it's worth still playing around with. And I hadn't ever heard anybody put it that way, and it never made the connection to me. But in a lot of ways, I kind of agree with this thought.
Is someone injured?
That if you're gonna think that because somebody is a Sagittarius they are this way, how is that any different than thinking because they were born poor they are this way? This is just, it really is the opposite of what you should be doing, is talking to the person and actually getting to know them.
Job done.
You're just being judgmental, prejudging.
Let me change your mind.
Pretty bad. Now, I personally have never been interested in what your sign is. I don't think any of that stuff is worth even spending any brain power on. So, I suppose you could say I was biased in the first place, but yeah, that's a whole new way of thinking about it to me. I'd never thought of it that way.
The gates are open.
A lot of time, it wasn't so long ago that in school they would force left-handed kids to write with their right hands. And in a lot of ways that some of that, I've been thinking about that. It's kind of related. It's just this, everybody's supposed to write with their right hand mentality. Silly. People can't be different, or if they are different, they are wrong. Heck, there's people out there that say that you're just wrong for being born, that there's something wrong just for existing. It's all kind of the strange silliness that needs to go away, and I imagine it will go away. Jim Sterling has an intro to when he does the Jimquisition, which is this song that he's edited out the stanza that's really cool, where it says that
versus Garrosh.
somebody singing saying they were born perfect. And I always like that mentality. I think I was born perfect. And I might even ascribe to the thought that I'm still perfect in my eyes, and my eyes are the only ones that matter. But the problem with the song, when I looked it up, is that
Job's done.
all the rest of the song kind of isn't as upbeat or as cool as the part he got and uses. And I've had that occur to me in several other places where it's like the 30 seconds of the song is really good, but when you start listening to
Armor.
the whole
made
4
to
minutes
fit.
of the song, it doesn't hold up.
I don't have enough mana.
Start with this guy.
Job's done.
I'm a pretty bad person to talk about as far as music though, because I have just admitted to myself I don't really like music. People like me who say all music is fine, it's entertaining enough to listen to it, pretty much ascribes that we don't have strong opinion and we really don't
Job's
like
done.
music that much. It's just all kind of neutral. There are some music styles that are offensive to my ears, of course. I find very, very slow classical
Back to
pieces
work.
that go on for 12 minutes and such are not at the pace of my ears. And I find the very hard, very loud, potentially making me go deaf even faster music is not something I want to listen to. Often, a lot of times I can't even understand the words they're trying to scream out, so I'm not getting any lyrics. I'm not appreciating the music part of it. So that's the two parts of music. I'm not appreciating the instruments, and I'm not appreciating the lyrics. So, not really
Armor.
interested in that.
Made to fit.
Not really interested in a lot of it. It's just not something I listen to. I'm 100% on the side where I'd rather be listening to, let's see, we could do this, or we could do this, or we could do this.
Tastingo! No problem.
Job's done.
I'd be much rather listening to podcasts and just getting my news. I guess podcasts are my news intake source, and it's certainly not like world news and politic news. It's all tech related, what's going on.
Back to
The
work.
stupid iWatch with the gold version is, as far as I've heard, without really paying attention, is going to be sold for $10,000. Seems all ridiculous. And I think you'd be a complete and total fool to buy an iWatch, even the cheap version. It runs very well in line with what I heard, and I haven't looked up any of this to make sure it's accurate, but what I heard is the new MacBooks are very greedy price, and they are not giving people what they really want or need for their money. I think you're foolish to buy Mac products. Anyways, you're just buying more and more into this closed system of iPhones and iPads and MacBooks, and there's just so little you can do when you want to get some real work done. When you want to accomplish something huge, doing it on an iPhone, doing it on a MacBook is not gonna work. If you can make it work, it's gonna be a lot easier in a Windows system or a Linux system. Yes, I know Mac is based on BSD, but it doesn't really count because it's so closed. Yeah, the only thing that I will give Macs is because they limit your options, it is a very smooth ride. It is the difference between driving a car or truck that can go off-road and driving a train that is stuck on the tracks. Yes, because it's on rails, it is going to be a smoother ride and easier, but you don't have the options. Maybe you don't need the options. A lot of people probably don't. But then you also end up paying way too much. So it's not even a good comparison if you don't need the options to do things. But, questionable if a lot of people need computers though. It was kind of a fad at this point. It's looking more and more like a fad. Whether you need a personal computer that is the equivalent, like a weaker version of a server or a supercomputer. That really is what you need. A phone that can do email and look at pictures and go on the internet and all that. But do we need what is a weak supercomputer in our house these days? Are most people crunching massive amounts of numbers to calculate, I don't know, mine bitcoins or calculate protein folding or any of that? Are people doing that for themselves?
Victory or death! I will crush you!
So all the functions that were really needed by an individual have migrated nicely to phones. Very few people, programmers and computer nerds like me, playing games on computers are the one thing. That is the one thing that you still need a computer for. But if you don't play games,
Job's done.
you don't need one. So you don't need a MacBook for certain. And so I think that eliminates most of the audience of people who would want to buy a MacBook. Now there are lazy rich people still out there, and they will certainly still do what they do and just buy MacBooks because they never think about getting off. And lazy rich artsy people will do that, but I think you can do more artsy thing on a PC. I feel like a PC would accomplish a lot more things better. Mac hasn't even done a good job supporting artsy people.
Job's done.
Really. They haven't kept the video editing softwares up to date. They haven't kept,
Your magic shall not save you.
yeah, I think it was Vegas. They just haven't kept it up to date and working the way video producers want to use it. And this is a pretty old argument at this point, but they haven't fixed it. They haven't changed it. They pull in a lot of ways they pull the Windows 8 with the video editing softwares. Is that gonna be a new verb? Pull the Windows 8, where you just change everything and try to make it really dumbed down for this fictional new audience that doesn't even exist? And I guess if Mac pulled the Windows 10, and Windows 10 really does correct for all the mistakes of Windows 8,
back to work!
maybe then there might be an argument.
It's time for a little blood.
But then you get back to the problem of it's too expensive. It's just too expensive. I need to get some of these weapons out there. Let's see, let's do this one and this one. Yeah! Attack this one.
Ruptar, Ogre!
And I'm not like, it's not like I just hate Apple, although I kinda do, because I hate all their products. That's just kind of the problem with it. I don't like any of their products. And they're all integrated and they all create this culture. So if I don't like two of their products, guess what? I'm not gonna like the third product. There's one Apple thing that does interest me, if they can get it to me in the way I want it. Apple Cinema Display 30-inch or higher screen. I would be very interested in having a 30-inch high-resolution screen. Now, I'm not sure if the ones that they sell now are up to like 4K standards at this point, because I haven't looked at them lately. They interested me a little bit in the past. But that means they have to be either through the new HDMI standard or through a DVI or 2 DVI connections to get a high resolution or something like that. They cannot be the Thunderbolt because no video card I'm gonna
It's time
ever
for a
get
little
is
blow.
gonna be connected via Thunderbolt. And that's another problem I have with Apple. I've just had so many problems with Apple because they come out with these proprietary standards. They want this Thunderbolt standard to work, and then they do nothing really to ensure that other people could freely and easily adopt it. If they wanted their standard to work, they would open source it like every standard in existence these days. If you want your standard to work, open source it. If you want it to fail and you want it to be ridiculous, don't open source it. It's really that simple.
Yeah!
Alright, well if I bring this guy out, I'll do that. So let's not bring let's instead kill this guy. Save ourselves some health. Maybe if whenever I get around to building a computer, I'll have USB 3 with the reversible. Is that 3 or is that USB 4? What are we up to? I think we're up to USB 3 with reversible connectors. The Type C connectors that are reversible. If that comes about, that would be pretty cool. And I imagine, yep.
Wanna blow something up?
So we play
My shield for Argus!
and then we do this. And then we hit this. Now, he can only hit one of my guys. So maybe with the other 2 guys I can win. If he hits my strongest guy, I'll have 6 plus 5, that's 11. Now if he... wait, that'll still work. That'll still work. I think we've got this. I think we've got this. This is strange that he would choose the one he wouldn't kill. So he's down to 7. I can do 2 and 5, and he has 2 armor. Alright. We can take this guy out.
Breach!
And we can do this. Get this.
Done.
And I think we can still possibly pull this off. As long as he doesn't have like a charge. Just armor up and end his turn. This is a face-to-face attack. That's good, that's good.
Bingo!
Job done.
I don't have enough to summon the next weapon, that's fine. He's down to 1. If he does his hero ability,
Let the pain speak to me.
only I can still do 3. And so I should still win. think I won. I think I won. So we put this here. We put this here. We
It's
do
time
this,
for a little blood.
and then we just attack the face. Yes, we won. So that was like game 4. I don't see a reason to keep on going. In fact, I'm going to try and make the episodes a little bit shorter. So I'm going to even start wrapping up the episode right now. We've got 120 gold through that struggle. I'm going to play a little bit offline, I bet, to see if we can get more Shaman and Warlock victories, and we'll come back for an extra episode and do that and finish that up one way or the other. Even if I don't get it finished, that'll be the end of that. But we're done for today. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my video. All of that helps me out. If you want to support me through fan funding, click on my name, Rydo. That takes you to my main YouTube page. On the right is a button that says support this channel. If you want to follow me on Twitter or Google Plus or Steam or Battle.net, all that information is down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.